When you masturbate to relieve stress in under 5 minutes, it causes a venous leak, which is the first stage of impotence. Most men who experience a sudden crash in the bedroom think they are just getting old. They look at their ruined libido and assume it is genetics or a permanent decline into impotency. But it's not that you've become an impotent man, it's that your erectile function has been destroyed by a masturbation and porn addiction that you didn't even realize was a problem. If you are living with zero drive in bed and no morning wood, your body isn't broken, it's exhausted. You've spent years using a death grip with your hand, conditioning your nervous system to only respond to extreme artificial pressure. This leads to a massive inflow deficit where you can get hard alone, but you can't stay hard during sex with a real partner. The moment you start changing positions, you go soft because your internal valve is no longer strong enough to trap blood. This is the reality of a venous leak. You've trained your body to let the blood out instead of keeping it in. The frustration often leads men to try supplements or random Kegel exercises they find online, but doing them the wrong way only makes the challenge worse. When you realize your erection is failing, you subconsciously clench your pelvic floor to force the blood to stay. This makes your muscles so tight that they enter a state of chronic spasm, which is the direct cause of ejaculating too fast. That constant, irritating desire to pee after sex? That's not a bladder issue, it's your pelvic floor being so overworked and tight that it's screaming for relief. You are not just dealing with erectile dysfunction, you are dealing with a physical system that has been ruined by high-stress solo sessions. You find yourself in a loop of reduced sensitivity where sex feels numb, and the pressure to perform only makes you go soft faster. You can overcome this, but not by guessing. Your biological calendar is ticking, and you need to correct the damage before it becomes permanent. You don't need more pills. You need to tackle the root cause by retraining your pelvic floor and repairing the valve. This isn't about doing more Kegels, it's about doing the correct ones to restore your strength and lasting power.
Alright, suckers, welcome back to Useless Fact, the only channel that knows exactly what you were doing 5 minutes ago before you clicked this video. Don't look away, I can smell the regret in the hand sanitizer from here. Since you're clearly addicted to information you can never share at a family dinner, let's talk about the world's most popular hobby, masturbation. Whether you call it choking the chicken, polishing the pearl, or for my Gen Z crowd, giving yourself the digital glizzy, we're going deep. And stay tuned, because later on, I'm going to tell you the exact number of times it takes to actually die from it. In 2019, a tween in Brazil found out the hard way after a marathon session that ended in a literal heart-stopping finale. We're talking lots of fapping in a row before his body just quit. We'll get to that lethal limit at masturbation fact number 10. For now, put the phone in your non-dominant hand and let's get into it. 1. Masturbation is technically a biological system check. For men, it keeps the plumbing from getting rusty, and for women, it releases enough endorphins to make you forget for 5 minutes that the economy is collapsing. It's basically a free Control-Alt-Delete for your nervous system. 2. Let's talk about the death grip. If you've been training like you're trying to start a fire with a stick, you're desensitizing your nerves. This is why your girlfriend dumped you, Kyle. You've conditioned your brain to only respond to a grip that would crush a soda can. Real humans don't feel like a vice grip, and now your equipment is useless in the field. 3. In the Victorian era, doctors thought masturbation caused blindness, insanity, and hairy palms. They were so terrified of it they invented graham crackers and cornflakes. Yes, your breakfast was originally designed to be so bland it would kill your libido. So the next time you eat a bowl of Kellogg's, just know you're eating anti-horny pellets. 4. Women who masturbate regularly report fewer menstrual cramps and better sleep. The hormone surge of oxytocin and dopamine is literally nature's ibuprofen. It's not lonely, it's medical management. Use that excuse next time you're caught. 5. Historically, the semen sucker was a real medical device used in the 18th century to cure men of their urges. It was a metal tube with spikes. If that doesn't make you want to keep your hands in your pockets, nothing will.
6. In some ancient cultures, masturbation was actually a religious ritual. The Egyptian god Atum was said to have created the universe through, well, let's just say he handcrafted the world. Imagine being the god of everything, and your origin story is just a solo session in the void. 7. On the flip side, the Bible mentions a guy named Onan who spilled his seed, and God took it personally. This led to centuries of religious guilt, which is why half of you are watching this with the volume down and your back to the door. 8. There is a National Masturbation Day. It's May 7th. It was created in 1995 after the U.S. Surgeon General, Joycelyn Elders, was fired for suggesting that masturbation should be taught as a way to prevent kids from engaging in riskier sexual behavior. Fired for telling the truth. Classic America. 9. Some researchers believe that masturbation helped humans evolve by allowing lower-status males to clear the pipes so they could be ready to go the moment a high-status female became available. It's not lonely, it's evolutionary readiness. 10. Okay, let's talk about the 2019 lethal limit. A 16-year-old boy reportedly died of a heart attack after masturbating 42 times in a single day. The medical cause? Total physical exhaustion and a massive electrolyte imbalance. His heart literally gave up on life. So the safe number? Stay under 40, you absolute degenerates. If you're pushing 41, call a therapist or an ambulance. 11. Postcoital tristesse. That's the fancy Latin term for post-nut clarity. It's that moment immediately after you finish when the dopamine crashes and you realize you're sitting in a dark room watching a documentary about the Roman Empire at 3 a.m. It's a temporary window of absolute cold-blooded logic. 12. Masturbation actually improves your immune system. It increases your white blood cell count, so technically beating it is a valid alternative to taking vitamin C. Just don't try to put that on a sick note for work. 13. The Coolidge effect. This is a psychological phenomenon where males, and some females, show renewed sexual interest if introduced to a new partner, or in your case, a new browser tab. Your brain is a novelty-seeking jerk that gets bored with the same solo routine. 14. In the 19th century, hysteria in women was cured by doctors using manual stimulation. They eventually got so tired of doing it by hand that they invented the electric vibrator. It was one of the first home appliances, hitting the market before the vacuum cleaner and the toaster. Priorities, people. 15. Frequent ejaculation, 21 times a month or more, has been linked to a 20% lower risk of prostate cancer. You're not wasting time, you're preventing oncology. It's basically a gym membership for your nether regions.
16. In some parts of rural Indonesia, there are sex mountains where people go to have sex with strangers for good luck. Masturbation is seen as a waste of that luck. Talk about high-pressure dating. 17. Guilt actually changes the chemistry of the experience. People who feel guilty about masturbation experience a higher stress response, cortisol, which negates the health benefits. So either do it and enjoy it, or don't do it at all. Picking guilty and sweaty is the worst of both worlds. 18. The No Nut November, or NNN trend, actually started as a joke, but turned into a pseudo-scientific cult. While a reset can help with porn addiction, the idea that retaining your semen gives you superpowers like telepathy or $20,000 extra in your bank account is absolute nonsense. You're just grumpy and bloated, Tyler. 19. Animals do it too. Dolphins, monkeys, horses, and even squirrels have been caught self-soothing. You aren't a pervert. You're just a mammal with high-speed internet. 20. The final fact. The average person spends about 10 entire months of their life masturbating. That's enough time to learn a new language, get a pilot's license, or walk across the entire United States. But instead, you're here, watching me. Well, there you have it. 20 reasons why you should continue masturbating, or stop masturbation. I really don't give a hand what you do. And honestly, I respect the commitment. Now go wash your hands and subscribe to Useless Facts so you can find more reasons to be disappointed in yourself next week as a masturbator. Subscribe, fool. I'm waiting.